videos anymore. It's
I would, speaking of actual music videos and watching them, I have YouTube TV at home,
yeah.
and I love it. I love everything about it, But there is a channel on there. I get MTV Classic. I can, and they have like an '80s hour, and they have a
Oh, nice.
rock block. They have, and that rock block is fucking sweet, because it's legit rock that, excuse me, that we grew up with. And it has you can have anything from Scorpions to
Oh,
Journey to Muse
yeah.
to 3 Days Grace to anything of that. And that is pretty sweet. That was really cool. They even have like a '90s block, and there's something about watching a music video on TV. There
Yeah.
really is. I could go on my Xbox right now, and I could pull up any music video I want from any time.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah. But whenever you see it on TV, there's something about it. There's something
Yeah.
about it that makes it better.
It does, especially too if it was if it's new, like music, because you just want to see what someone's coming up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I same way. Like if I'm gonna search music, whether it's YouTube or it's funny. I don't really mess with like Spotify and all that shit too much. Like it's seems kind of obnoxious, but yeah, I always don't click the one that's a video. I'm just clicking, the one that's just, the audio by itself. But yeah, if I saw one on TV, I'm enamored by it. I want to watch it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I remember the last time that I remember of our generation that had music videos on TV. Um, honestly, I remember a lot of eighth grade.
Yeah.
Which that would have been. I remember there was a lot of Fall Out Boy. It would have been, oh fuck, what's that Fall Out Boy song? The one that I'm gonna have to look that up. It was one of their first ones that came out. It had Feel Good incorporated by Gorillaz.
Oh yeah, that's
there. So it would have been
yeah,
2005.
I remember seeing the gorilla shit too, like on MTV. And what they do is so cool that they don't, that they actually don't have people, doing the shit.
No,
I
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's I love the Gorillaz. I love them.
Yeah.
Like they're what was that fucking? Here it is. Oh, Sugar We're Going Down. That's what the video was. Yes, Sugar We're Going Down. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, man. Them. Who else was on there? Backcountry by Ben Sevenfold.
Yeah,
was around that time. Now, the last time that I remember any type of music videos in the morning was when Slipknot came out with Dead Memories. Was their second single off of fuck, what's that album they had?
Psychosocial.
Yeah, it was the album of Psychosocial. All Hope Is Gone. That
All
album.
Hope. Yeah.
Yeah, when that album dropped, I remember seeing Dead Memories on MTV in the morning. That was the last time, and that we were in juniors that year. That was the last time that I remember. That was 2008. That's the last time I remember that.
I kind of remember that. The one I remember better with the whole music videos, and then like Slipknot is when they had the Volume 3. And then I think it was either Before I Forget or something. It had all those, like, they were in an old shitty house and, like, had all those kids in there and stuff like that. They had a music video like that. That's the last one I really remember. And then after that, it's like music videos don't exist anymore. I mean, they do. People put them online, but it's not the same thing,
No.
So.
Now, I want to ask you, this is basically, there's two parts to this question. If you had to pick a rock band from our lifetime, that's the the best. And then also, what's the best rock band of all time?
If I think it'd be of our time, it's a lot harder because the problem for me was I didn't get into it that much.
Yeah.
Like if it gets harder for me to name bands after like 2000 than it is for me to name like 40 bands right now from 1970 to 1990. But of all time, it's hard, man. I'm probably gonna go with like Black Sabbath or like Led Zeppelin, somewhere in there, just because it doesn't matter what someone listens to, they know the name. Even if they don't know the music, they know the name. Definitely. That takes something. But during our time, I'm gonna go with something, when we would have, it would have been out in high school when we're like teenagers, stuff like that. It's hard for me to say what I think would be the best, just because it might not even be my favorite. But I remember that whole thing being really popular, like Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, that kind of stuff. So maybe one of those bands. Yeah. But it's there was bands too, like Mastodon. Like they were around our time. They still are. They're still doing shit. But I didn't know that I liked them. See, I didn't take the time to listen to them. So I just got into Mastodon the past 2 or 3 years, even though they've been around, a lot longer. So there's probably music out there I don't know of that could be like the best of our time. I just don't know who they are. See, but,
yeah, I mean that is a tough question.
Yeah.
Now to the question of who's the greatest rock band in my opinion. The top two that you even said, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. Man, if I had to pick, I love Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin. I love Black Sabbath. But man, if I have to go with the greatest, it has not changed. It's Pink Floyd. I didn't
think about that. Like, Jesus. Yeah, because too, like, I mean, sure, they're on the radio all the time, but they have some songs that are, more chill. So they have a bigger audience of people listening to it. So, yeah. I mean, Pink Floyd definitely. It's up. Yeah, I'd say that'd be right there with that. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Pink
Floyd. When I ask people this, and I've asked, I've had a couple of people on here. We've talked about this. Those two names come up was Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and that's where a lot of people, it splits. You got the heavy metal, and you got this and that. But man, there's something about Pink Floyd, man. There's something about whenever, like, say, like a Run Like Hell comes on.
Yeah.
And you just see, oh man, there's something about
just getting ready for it. Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah, it's good, and it's crazy to think that these people did something in their lives that we're talking about, 30, 40 years later.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck was going. I mean, was going on back then, but they've done, something with just a 3-minute song that. 40 years later, we're like, listen to this right now. Like, it's crazy. I think that's my problem is right now, I don't honestly believe there's any current bands that's going to have music people are listening to 40 years from now is what I think.
So you don't think there's any band. So not just from today. Now, do you see if there's anyone from like the 2000s or anything like that? So from 2000s up, is there anyone that anyone would be listening to 40 years from now?
I mean, I think there might be just a few, and I'm not gonna, think of their names, especially when I'm on the spot. But I'm saying I think would be a lot less bands would be a safer thing to say. Instead of having 30, 40, 50 bands that people are talking to, there might be 10. There might be 10 bands 40 years from now that people are still talking about or listening to. So, and I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe, I don't know, it's the world's different or just the way they write music or something like that. But the bands come and go, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they still might be out playing music like Fall Out Boy or, Paramore or something like that. They still might be jamming, but they're not in headlines.
No.
People's not wearing a t-shirt right now.
Now, I will say if there's one rock band, actually maybe two. The two that come to mind from our generation itself. Maybe you can probably even go three. I would have to say Linkin Park. Linkin Park is one that will probably, I'm a huge Linkin Park man. I love them. I got to see them live, fortunately, before Chester and everything passed.
Yeah.
But I really feel like Linkin Park is one of those that could possibly stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Get people to listen to. If I have kids, I mean, they're probably gonna be going to school listening to Linkin Park.
But yeah, see, and that's the thing is I didn't Linkin Park, but Linkin Park was huge.
Yeah.
Like,
do you remember your first Linkin Park album, or did you listen to them?
Hybrid Theory. It
Hybrid
was,
Theory, yeah.
I mean, it was the first one, but then I still remember when they did, the Meteora and the
Yeah.
like when they did the remix. I don't know if it's called Reanimation or something like
Yeah,
that.
Reanimation, yeah.
But I remember I think my brother turned me onto them though, and I think he discovered them on, fucking music television, watching MTV. You'd see a Linkin Park music video, and I think that's where he got it from. It's really weird that how we got music back then, because
Yeah.
it wasn't so much the internet then. I mean, the internet was still kind of young, so it was more like your friends handing you a CD, just being like, "This is pretty cool."